Hello, Marcus. How are you?
Hello, Matty. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
Excellent.
And I celebrated yesterday 52 years old.
Big birthday, huh?
I've,
My birthday's today. Yeah, I'm 47 today.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so we're a good day to start new things.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
what we want to try today to do the first time in our lives, my life and your life,
Mm-hmm.
to do a new thing. We'll speak about seven elements of Jewish wisdom, about Jewish wisdom to in the subject of coaching, I would say. Okay, because
Okay.
I train coaches for many years, maybe 20 years already
Mm-hmm.
in a Jewish approach, and we have some knowledge that it's many people found interesting about how to help people to overcome their obstacles, do what they
Okay.
want.
Mm-hmm.
And I found
Sounds
you
good.
as a good friend to speak about it, speak about this with you, since we're learning English together for a long time. A long time. You're my teacher. I'm
Yes.
from Jerusalem, Israel. I've got six children. I'm teaching coaches, as I said before, and we met in the on the internet. And maybe you can introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Marcus. I'm from South Africa. I'm a native English speaker. I've been working with Matty for, I think, almost a year, roughly. We've come a long way together, I think. I've learned from Matty, and I'm sure he's learned from me. And yeah, I really am excited to learn even more, especially the Jewish perspective on self-improvement. So I'm ready when you are.
Of course, this conversation couldn't happen a year ago because my English was too poor for that, and I'm. It's great thanks for you for that.
You're welcome. Takes practice, that's all. Practice, practice, practice.
Yes, we will
Okay.
practice every week, so I feel the improvement, and maybe this is the time to me start to teach in English. I'll try to do that. If everyone is listening to us, be patient with me. If I'm doing mistakes in English, it's okay if you will tell me under the video. And also, I'll try to do my best, and this is my English practice. I hope it will be useful also for you, for the audience, what I'm trying to teach here. So,
Okay.
so let's start.
Shall we? Let's start.
Okay. In our the way we teach coaching here in Israel in Jerusalem in my company, little company, we say we have seven secrets to
Okay.
help people to come from intention to action in a smooth
Okay.
way. Seven
Interesting.
elements, seven principles, seven steps, and we will try to speak about them here and to teach it. And let's start from the very beginning. The first element, the first principle is understanding what motivates people.
Okay.
And what we say that if you look in the Bible, the first person in the Bible that speaks with God, Abraham or
Yes.
Abraham, if you speak in English,
Yes.
is known for his good eye, for good looking about people. How do you see people are there to believe in people? And the most
Of course. Yes.
it appears also about it appears very strongly when you want
Plead. You want to plead
you want to make them
God.
survive. He pray
Mm-hmm.
about the people of Sodom and Gomorrah,
Yes.
and he's standing in front of God and telling him, "Why don't you can't you find some of them good enough to keep all the city?" And he's
Mm-hmm.
standing and praying again and again. And this is the way the Bible introduce Abraham to us,
Mm-hmm.
the man who wants other people to be here, to be live, believe in people, even though they are the worst people on earth.
Exactly. Yes. Hmm.
And it's interesting how why if he's we regular that people that believe in God, if they see bad people they say they hate them, they
Mm-hmm.
fight them,
Mm-hmm.
they it's also a basic approach, a basic approach of every one of us. We see evil, we see bad things, and we're angry, we want to demolish it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did we do?
what stands behind behind Abraham pray? What stands behind it?
What does it all mean?
Yes, why? Why to save these terrible people?
Mm-hmm. Why?
What?
Why did he?
Yes. So to answer this question, I want to start with what motivate people. if we ask people directly, what motivates people? They have their personality theory. Sometimes it's unconscious, but everyone have a personality theory to understand why he's behaving certain ways, why other people behave in certain ways. Okay? So
Yes.
it will be okay if I'll ask you a question. What motivates you? Marcus.
What motivates me, I think it's in general, what motivates me is my beliefs, my morals and my values, you know. You educate yourself, you find out what you enjoy about life, you work to provide for your wife and children, and in some way your neighbors and your friends and relatives around you. You want to have a good life. You want to be a good person, right? So I would say what motivates me is getting the basic things in life done, you know, work, be good, move forward, grow, you know. That's my answer. Okay.
Great
So
answer.
what motivates me?
Many
Okay.
people would identify themselves with this kind of answer. And they go
Yes.
to work, they build family, they want to get their life better and their children life better. And if we speak about our children, so we feel that we want to educate them to good values, and
Yes.
everyone is good.
Mm-hmm.
But under this, I believe in it. I believe in every word you said. I believe that you are this kind of person. But what I want to dig a little deeper, that every one of us have also a bad theory about people,
Mm-hmm.
a theory that claim that what motivate people is bad traits or bad habits or
Mm-hmm. Yes.
something like that. Okay.
Okay.
If we want to find it, we will ask a very simple question ourselves. Think about something you're not doing as you want to do. Okay, maybe it's
Mm-hmm.
someone want to do his workout. Someone want to make a business. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is that you want to do something and you're not doing it. Okay.
Question is why? Mm-hmm. Why?
Yeah, but when we say why, I'm not. Let me ask the question.
Okay.
But first, give me example for something you're not doing. You want to do and you're not doing.
Okay. Well, most recently,
If it's okay
since
with you to record
yeah, yeah,
yourself,
yeah, sure.
find
Most
find a
recently,
nice example. Okay.
yeah, no, no, I've got one. I've got one because I noticed it yesterday. I have been neglecting cleaning the pool, the swimming pool, because you know the summer is ending. We're not swimming as much, so I'm not out there. But I know it has to be done. But it's like I find a reason to not do it. I don't know what it is, you know, but there's something holding me back. It's simple. Just go out there and do it, but I don't.
Okay.
Why?
So first, it's great to hear that you are in the end of the summer there, because we are just in the beginning of the winter here, and maybe I should travel once to South Africa. But I've heard that the political situation now in your country is not the best.
It's just a little sensationalism, I think, you know. This whole thing about expropriation without compensation of private property and land, it's not legal, it's unconstitutional, it's not going to address inequality in South Africa with, you know, that is it's not realistic to go about it this way. It doesn't make any sense. It will cause more problems in the long run. So, yes, a lot of people are having this conversation. We got to get out of here before this country is completely destroyed, you know?
Wow.
But there's always hope, but we just don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty now. We don't know what. I understand why they want to do this, but they're going the wrong way because this is a big country. There is a lot of vacant land out there. Just divide, carve up all those empty areas and say, okay, here's some land for you, some land for you. No, these people want to steal the property that's developed, the farm that's functioning. We saw what happened in Zimbabwe with Mugabe. So that this political situation, it's happened before and it was a disaster. And I hope our politicians can find a way to resolve this problem because it's the wrong road to travel, in my opinion. You know, I have
Wow.
no political affiliations, but it's idiotic. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's still a great
Okay.
country and great people.
Okay. I'm sorry for involved in this subject. That it's too
It's too heavy
no,
for Monday morning.
it's hurting. It's, it's you're suffering from it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh, we
Okay.
all have
Here in Israel, it's much better. We have a war, but everyone wants to stay in Israel when there's a war. Okay, let's go back to our conversation. So
yes.
you want to, it was about the summer, the end of the summer, and you want to
Pool
clean
must
your
be easy.
swimming pool and you're delaying it, and you say you
Yeah.
neglect it, this. So what I want to, what I want to try to show everyone, and everyone can ask himself the same question, that we all have also a very, how do you say that?
A negative outlook.
A negative way to see ourselves, and we
Mm-hmm.
can find it in a very quick question. Take example, someone, it's not you, it's your
Mm-hmm.
neighbor that is not cleaning his swimming pool
Mm-hmm.
and is neglecting it. And if you can please, for our conversation, just for learning from that, bad mouth him, what would you
Bad
say
mouth.
about him?
I would say, can you believe this guy next door? He's so lazy. Look, his pool is turning green. Why doesn't he just get to work? You know,
So
it's
he's
not that
lazy.
hard.
What else can you say about this kind of person that doesn't clean his swimming pool?
I would
Lazy. And
say
what else?
lazy, lack of motivation, to do what
Lack
needs
of
to be done.
motivation, lazy.
Yeah,
Yes.
lazy, yeah, lack of motivation. Maybe, I don't know, he's just too busy and he doesn't prioritize his time.
Bad mouth him. Not if he's too busy. It's like it's not good. It's not bad enough. So he's
Well,
lazy.
he's lazy and he lacks motivation. And I think that's really what is it? He procrastinates, maybe. He's a procrastinator.
The
I don't know.
procrastinator. Okay, maybe. So if we try to say the same thing as a personal theory about people, what
Hmm.
drives people according to this answer? What drives people
Oh,
is what?
okay. I would say choosing comfort over discomfort, putting the least amount of effort into something for a big reward. I think that's how a lot of people operate. They want to avoid pain, at all costs. They want the easy life, the comfortable life.
Okay,
So
so
they,
what if what drives people if they all want the easy life? What drives them? What we can say? It's about
what drives
selfishness
them?
and
Mhm.
easy life. What drives them? Just try not to do as least as they can.
Yeah, do as little as possible. Yeah. I think, maybe, I don't know, it's always been like this with humanity. Maybe it's just something that's born out of our time, we're
Okay,
busy
so
with
but
other things.
basically, when you speak about yourself like this, about other people like this, you're not
Mhm.
appreciating people very much.
No.
It's completely different way of looking about people on people.
Mhm.
If you speak about this from this point of view, or speaking from the point of view that values they want to improve themselves, it's completely different way of looking on
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so what's
think
the truth? What's the truth? Are people motivated by values or motivated by laziness? What's the truth? So what I'm trying to say now that these two attitudes for person for mankind basically
Mhm.
is like the if you put one against another, one in front of another, you
Mhm.
comparing
Or-
one to another. I would
Yeah.
compare about the way that Abraham is looking about mankind
Mhm.
and the Satan looking on mankind. Because in the Satan, basically in the culture, especially in Hebrew language, Satan means the one that accuse you,
Yeah, the accuser.
the
Yes.
accuser, the accuser. This is literally what means the word Satan to
Okay.
to to badmouth someone or to accuse him.
Hmm.
Okay. So in every
Yeah.
situation in life, you have two views you can choose, each one of them.
Hmm.
You can look on it in a good eye. In Hebrew, we say in a good eye, in a good, in a, how do you translate that?
Like a positive view
Positive
of people.
perspective about people. And you can
That's good.
use a
A
completely
negative
different,
perspective.
a negative
Yeah, the
perspective.
opposite.
Okay.
Yes.
So the choosing in life, it's between bad and evil, it's not just about what you do, it's what your perspective about things.
Okay.
And if you look from a negative perspective, you will find evidence for that. And if you look from a positive perspective, you will find evidence from that. And this is very important. How do we improve ourselves without speaking about ourselves bad mouth, without speaking about ourselves without focusing about laziness or
Yes.
things like that, or bad traits? Because most people doesn't know how to improve themselves without finding bad things in themselves.
Their character. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we define ourselves by our bad traits and we don't know how to shift away from that.
No, when we want to improve ourselves, we looking for bad things to improve.
Oh,
So
of course. Yes.
basically,
Yes.
in the same minute, we're choosing a negative perspective about ourselves, which itself stops us because we don't believe in ourselves. We think we're bad. And this
Okay.
is
I
the
follow.
Satan perspective. It's not
Mm,
Abraham perspective.
okay. So
So
because we think we are bad, we are unable to change because we have a bad view of ourselves. We have a
yes, of
negative view
course.
of ourselves.
If you believe that your son is lazy, if you really believe in it, whatever
Mhm.
you do with him won't work.
I see. Okay.
But if you believe that he's not really lazy, he just, you can see his good traits, you can see his good qualities.
Yes.
Then you see that he's sleeping till 10 o'clock in the morning, and you think to yourself, this is so a great child. Why is he sleeping?
Mhm.
From this point of view, you can make a change. But
I
if
see.
you see him sleeping in 10 o'clock in the morning in his bed, and you say, he's so lazy, what's wrong with him? So
Mm, mm.
whatever you will do with this child won't work.
Okay. So then how do we go about this? What do we do?
Good question. But first, let's understand the topic. So the first
Okay.
principle, the first element about this Jewish perspective about motivating people is understanding that they are great. First on that they are great. What motivates them is values, and it's not very easy to believe in it because we feel we are more likely to identify ourselves with the perspective of the Satan. It sounds more
Uh,
realistic, and
I see.
the good
Okay.
things sound more naive.
Mm,
And it's
like it's not
generally in the world. It's also in every corner in our world. People don't believe easily in good things. The good sounds very soft, very naive,
mm,
very uh,
possible.
no. The evil sounds strong
I see.
and
Okay.
realistic. The Israel,
Yes.
he is real. And
Mm,
the good things sound very soft, very gentle, very weak.
okay.
So people find themselves trying to believe in good things, but inside themselves,
Mm,
they all the time feel like if you are realistic, you see everything is bad, everything is wrong.
everything's bad around you.
It
Yeah.
sounds more realistic. It
Mm,
sounds more realistic for people. And
okay.
to
Yeah,
change
that gives
this perspective and to see that the good things, basically, they're more strong from the bad things in the long run, it's hard to see. Okay?
okay.
It's hard to see, but this is what we should learn. Okay? In the
Okay.
long run, the good traits are much, much more strong than bad traits. Bad traits are very strong for the short time. If you
Okay.
use violence, you can have
Hmm.
power. Think about your country. Using lies, using violence. It's like being strong. Yes, but
Yeah.
in the long run, the
Doesn't work
bad
out.
vanish because he cannot hold himself forever. He's destroying
Exactly.
himself. And the good
Hmm.
things, which sounds weak, sounds soft, sound not realistic, not very realistic to believe in people and values. It sounds like, in the long run, what's most strong because, like, let's think about economy. In economy, in the long run, what hold the economy is that people want to improve themselves, giving other people more good, better products
Yes.
and loyalty. Because if
Yes.
someone is not loyal, it will vanish from the market in the end.
Hmm.
Okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
So all our culture, all what's good in our culture, people learning, people, we have a great market all over the world. All these things comes from good traits, from
Yes, I
people who
agree.
believe in values, and in the long run, they produce much more, and they will and in the long run, the good will win.
Yes, I
In the long
agree.
run, the good will win. But in the short run, it's hard for us to see it in our life, in our
Mm-hmm.
short lifetime. In many,
Yeah.
that's the work we should do with ourselves to believe in good, that it's realistic and it takes us for the better world for us and for others, and to see
Mm-hmm.
it as a strong power, not as a
Okay.
weak power.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. How do we get there? How do we change? That's my question. Okay.
Okay,
So,
so how we change the world? It's it's too big for me to answer. I'm just one person, but in my subject,
experience.
training
Yeah.
people,
Mm-hmm.
training myself. Okay, we what we're gonna do and what we're gonna speak about is how we see good in ourselves. How do we improve ourselves? Only me, just me,
Okay.
maybe my kids,
Mm-hmm.
using positive perspective of myself. How do we do that? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
And basically, the same thing you do with yourself, the same thing all the world should do with all the world. In the long time, the Mashiach, the Messiah, will come
Mm-hmm.
and will help us with all of this. Okay?
Exactly.
So
Okay.
there's a verse, there's a very famous quote of Baal Shem Tov. Baal Shem Tov was a rabbi
Yes.
born in 1760 in
Okay.
around Ukraine today or something like this.
Okay. Okay.
He established the Hasidic movement in Jewish culture. So
Yes.
he said he said it in Yiddish. It's
Yes. I know Yiddish.
no,
I don't speak
no,
Yiddish, but I
Yiddish.
know
It's
Yiddish.
like Jewish German or something like this. But
Mm-hmm.
Jewish
Mm-hmm.
used to speak together. This was a Hebrew, not Hebrew. It's a mix with Hebrew and German and European languages. And he
Okay.
spoke all his quotes is from Yiddish. I don't know Yiddish, so I'll say it in bad English. Okay.
Okay.
He said, small tzaddik, what tzaddik is someone is how do you say it in English? You want
I
to
don't.
say someone is very holy person. How do you say that?
Okay. A holy person, a holy man. I don't know. I don't know if you would use the word
I
religious.
mean that tzaddik means that he is himself is very good person. How do you say that?
Okay.
A very high level. How do you say that?
I so I don't know, priestly or I don't know, an honest man maybe. I'm not sure. I mean,
One
but
minute.
okay,
I should find this word.
going to continue
Okay,
with
I
you.
found it. A righteous man. Okay, he
Yes.
said, a small righteous man loves small evil. I would say that. I said, one minute.
Okay.
Sure. Wicked. Okay, a
Okay.
small righteous loves small righteous.
Hmm.
A big righteous loves big wicked people.
Okay.
And Messiah
Yes.
will justify also the most wicked people.
Ah, yes, of course. I see. Yes.
And
Okay.
then they will all return to be righteous.
Yes. Yes.
So
So the good book is.
maybe I said I hope I said it not bad enough, not too bad in my
I know it's
English.
fine.
So the point is that to see good things in other people, in wicked people, it's not everyone can see it. Not everyone can do
Yes.
it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
depend on your righteous. So Abraham could see good also in the people of Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes.
Well, I can see
Yes.
it. It's too big for me because I'm not Abraham. Okay,
Yes.
but
Mm-hmm.
I should see good things enough in my wife. Okay, in my children. This is my
Yeah.
this is my job.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
and this is hard enough. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It
so
is.
this is you ask where do we start? We can start with the people around us because it's to learn. We should learn step by step how to see good things in ourselves, even in the bad things. what motivates us, what's standing behind it, and we'll start this journey. I hope if you will join me, we'll start to do
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh, I'm very interested. I'm really interested. Knowledge is power, and if we can figure out how to see good in ourselves, I think you'll live a better life, because yes, everyone in the back of their mind, they're always, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. It's like my little one, my daughter, she's 11, and she is struggling a little bit with Afrikaans. It's a South African language. It is very difficult to learn, and she like gets all in a bunch. She gets all nervous, I said, no, you will be able to do this. Just say, I'm a good person and I can do this. And I told her, just pray before you have to do the test, and then do your best, And then there was a little more light in her eye, so to speak, And for
Yes.
me, I'm sitting with her, learning Afrikaans with her, and we do the whole thing, translate from English to Afrikaans to let her see it. You can hear it. We can do it together. So, oh man, yeah, I want to improve who I am as a person, not just as a father and a husband, but as a person, because yeah, there's a lot of bad. I wouldn't say there's bad people in the world. I would just say there are people who do bad things. It's like
No,
they'll have
maybe
a
it's not easy because to understand it because we don't want to how do you say that to not to say what is bad and what is good. We're not
Mhm.
it's not very easy to do them both. To see people in good perspective and also to fight evil.
Yeah.
We should do them
Yes,
both.
exactly.
How do
We
we do
should do
that?
both.
It's not very simple. We should find this way. It's not. That's why most people doesn't know to do it because it's confusing. If I'm
Most
looking
people
good,
don't do it. They don't even try. Yeah, I
it's
see.
confusing when someone tell you to see people in a
Good
positive
light.
perspective. It
Yes.
sounds naive. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing it, I cannot distinguish between bad and between good and wrong. But we want to
Yes,
do them
yes.
both. We will still have the truth and the lie, the good and the evil, and even
Mhm.
though to find a positive perspective to develop ourselves and others. This is the state mission. Okay?
Okay.
Mission state.
Okay. The mission
But we
statement.
still didn't
Okay.
do it. We just mentioned I tried to explain the principle. Okay, we still
Hmm.
didn't do anything about it.
No, we're getting there. It's okay. No, no,
Okay, so
that's good.
how do you conclude or summarize this our first conversation?
Our first, how do I summarize in a nutshell? Okay, I think the important elements here are that we as human beings are definitely flawed, but we have great potential if we only learn how to see the good in ourselves, recognize the bad, but how to encourage ourselves to look at ourselves as being a good person instead of focusing on our negative and our bad traits or bad characteristics. That's where I think we're all stuck in the world. We see everything's bad out there. I'm a bad person too. I'm part of this bad world. But teaching ourselves how to look inward and say, no, I am a good person. I think it's very valuable information, and I would really like to continue this conversation, however long it takes, because learning is a lifelong process. Never stop learning. Always be eager for answers. That's what I think. I hope that's a good summary in a nutshell. I'm not sure if I did it
Okay, it's
okay.
your summary. It's okay. That's what you take. It's
Okay.
great. Everyone can take whatever he wants from this lesson,
Mhm.
and we keep speaking here. And I hope we
Definitely.
will upload this to YouTube or somewhere people can relate and
Yeah.
feedback us, ask question.
Hmm.
I will improve my English even more. We'll have
Exactly.
this nice conversation with you every week, and
Mhm.
hopefully, we'll change the world a little bit to become a better place.
Yeah, yeah, like 1% of the time, that sort of thing. I definitely, in the face of all the terrible things that are happening in the world, I still believe there's hope. I still believe that people can be better. They just have to know how. They have to be taught. Like you said, the Messiah, yes, he's the Messiah. He will see good even in the wicked people. and he will, I don't know, what is the word you use? Justify the wicked, bring them back to righteousness. That's what I say. There is hope. There's always hope in the world. It's the one thing that we cannot ignore or let go of, because if we do, then there'll just be more and more wickedness, and that's not a pretty picture. So let us continue next week with this conversation.
Thank you very much.
I think you are onto something very good, very interesting.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thanks, Matty. It's a pleasure talking to you with you this morning and listening to you teach.
See you next time, and all the English feedback you will give me after I stop the recording.
Okay,
Bye, everybody.
okay. Okay. Cheers, Matty. Thank you for your time. It was brilliant.